What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're going to jump in and talk about the Iron Banner in Season of the Seraph. And so the event is returning at Weekly Reset this Tuesday, and in this video we're going to talk about the new game mode, but additionally we'll touch on some of the new rewards, including 2 new weapons for the event, which are able to roll with Voltshot, amongst other things. So that's pretty exciting, and they're definitely going to be ones to look out for. Plus, we'll get some other additional rewards, so of course the REPRISE armor sets, but also new shader, emblems, and more. So this will be an overview of some of the highlights to chase in the event this season. And as always, I hope you guys find the video useful. If you do, a rating below is super appreciated. Plus, be sure to get subscribed if you want to see more Destiny content. But now let's get into it. Before we talk about new weapon pools, initially, we are getting a brand new game mode for Iron Banner, and that's Iron Banner Fortress. Bungie have only given a basic description and they've said, we'll capture and hold zones while defeating opponents, but there's a Cabal twist, and the objectives will change once Keitel and her troops get involved. And when we look at the additional rules description for Iron Banner Fortress in the database, it says to win, score more points than your opponents by capturing and defending the zones. The hunt will activate twice per match. So for zones, we'll gain 2 points for each zone that the team controls at each time interval. Then zone advantage is the state where your team controls 2 zones, and your team will gain 4 points at each time interval. And then this power play, the state where your team controls all 3 zones, and your team gains 6 points at each time interval. And the hunt will occur twice per match, where Keitel sends a high-value zone via drop pod, and this zone is quick to capture and awards a large number of points over a short period of time. So there's an extra hint right there, twice per match, Keitel will send a high-value zone, which sounds like an additional zone that will be highlighted for teams, essentially becoming the hotspot in the map. But of course we know that there is this PvE element, whether it's Cabal turrets or additional enemies, so that's going to be interesting to see. Next though, let's speak about REPRISE rewards for this event. There are a couple of weapons returning, which actually should be pretty interesting. So initially, we've got Dark Decider, and that's a rapid-fire frame arc auto rifle. And it comes with updated traits. So looking in the first trait slot, it has Subsistence, Dynamic Sway Reduction, Iron Grip, Auto-Loading Holster, Offhand Strike, and Well-Rounded as potential bonuses. With the second slot on the weapon able to get Voltshot, as well as Golden Tricorn, Dragonfly, Iron Reach, Rangefinder, or Gutshot Straight. Obviously, the possibility of getting Voltshot on a rapid-fire frame auto like this is pretty awesome. I don't believe Subsistence and Voltshot will work together. I'd also say you'll probably want to avoid pairing Iron Grip with Voltshot because it reduces reload speed. So what do you guys think? Dynamic Sway Reduction, Auto-Loading Holster, Offhand Strike, or Well-Rounded paired with Voltshot? There could be some interesting possibilities. But of course, if you wanted a Dragonfly version, or a more PvP-focused version with Rangefinder or something, there are multiple options there, so give us your thoughts on the rolls below. However, Gunner's Axe is also an arc shotgun, and that's a pinpoint slug frame shotgun. And in the traits, it's been updated in the first slot with Threat Detector, Auto-Loading Holster, Surplus, Moving Target, Slick Draw, or Hipfire Grip. And then the second trait slot can roll Vorpal Weapon, Iron Reach, Snapshot Sights, Opening Shot, Eye of the Storm, and once again Voltshot. So I believe we're getting our first Voltshot auto rifle, but also our first Voltshot shotgun. And we should bear in mind as well, these weapons come with the Skulking Wolf Iron Banner origin trait, and while we're at low health, Guardian Final Blows with the weapon grant enhanced radar and remove us from opposing radar. I'll definitely be going after a PvE role of Dark Decider, focusing around Voltshot, but let us know which weapons you're interested in. And we should point out that the Hero's Burden, which is a Void Adaptive Frame SMG, will be available once again. And looking at popular trait bonuses from previous seasons, a combination of Zen Moment as well as Kill Clip in the traits is pretty popular. But other top bonuses in the first trait slot include stuff like Feeding Frenzy, Fragile Focus, and Tunnel Vision. And other popular bonuses in the second trait slot are things like Iron Reach, plus it can get Repulsor Brace, Iron Grip, Vorpal Weapon, and Eye of the Storm. And then we have Roar of the Bear, which is a high-impact frame solar rocket launcher, where the top traits in slot 1 include things like Impulse Amplifier, Tracking Module, Field Prep, and Ambitious Assassin. But of course, in the second trait slot, it can roll stuff like Chain Reaction, Vorpal Weapon, Incandescent, and Cluster Bomb. So there are some pretty decent options there. And then we have the Allied Demand Kinetic Sidearm. This is an adaptive frame that'll be available still in the pool. And popular trait bonuses in the first slot include Rangefinder, Rapid Hit, Well-Rounded, and Subsistence, with the top 4 in the second slot being Iron Reach, Multi-Kill Clip, Eye of the Storm, and Frenzy. We're also going to see the Wizened Rebuke, that's a high impact frame arc fusion rifle. And the most popular trait bonuses in the first slot here are things like Under Pressure, Heating Up, Moving Target, and Subsistence, with the top 4 bonuses in the second slot being Backup Plan, Successful Warm-Up, Vorpal Weapon, and Iron Grip. And then for the Razor's Edge Sword, which is a Void Vortex frame, things like Relentless Strikes, Tireless Blade, Duelist's Trance, and Unrelenting are pretty popular, with the second slot seeing stuff like Chain Reaction, which is a fun one on swords, but also Frenzy, Assassin's Blade, and One for All. But finally, we will also see Frontier's Cry still drop in this Iron Banner, and that's a solar precision frame hand cannon. And we can see the popular traits here include stuff like Rapid Hit, Tunnel Vision, Adaptive Munitions, and Stats for All, with the top 4 in the second trait slot being Kill Clip, Iron Reach, Adagio, and One for All. So still some fairly appealing weapons, and of course, the opportunity to hunt down decent rolls on them. So give us your thoughts on Iron Banner weapons down in the comments section. Next though, of course, we are getting reprised armor from the Taken King era of Destiny 1, and Bungie have given us a preview of those right here. I know a few of those pieces are super popular, especially the Hunter Cloak with the wolf head. So this will be the main armor set for the season, and of course Iron Banner armor has the Iron Lord's Pride perk, and it grants a chance to receive an enhancement prism as a reward at the end of Iron Banner matches, and each piece of armor we're wearing with the perk increases the chance of receiving an enhancement prism to a maximum of 4 items. Lots of folks will be going after those, and we will have focused decoding options on Lord Saladin, so by spending an Iron Engram, Legendary Shards, and Glimmer, we'll be able to focus all of the weapons we've mentioned, as well as the Iron Banner armor for the season. And then Saladin additionally has specific rank rewards. Those include the 2 updated weapons, and then the Hero's Burden, Allied Demand, and Roar of the Bear, plus things like upgrade modules, and an Iron Engram. But in addition, there is a new Iron Banner shader. This is Iron Counter Shade. That will also be one of the rank rewards. Plus there's the Blood of the Wolf emblem, which is another reward for the season available via the rank drops. And as always, we should mention that there is the Iron Banner title, and both the initial unlock for the title and Guilding for players who've already unlocked it will be available once again this season. And so there we go guys, a quick breakdown of the Iron Banner for Season 19, some of the new rewards, and of course some additional rules for the new game mode. Personally, I'm most excited to see the Voltshot weapons, especially Dark Decider I think has a lot of potential. But PvP players will be curious to know if Voltshot weapons are interesting for Crucible, or whether you think that's more of a PvE thing. Give us your thoughts in the comments section. And otherwise for today, I'll keep you guys posted with any important updates for the event. And as always, I hope the video has been useful. If it has, be sure to get subscribed for more Destiny content. We cover pretty much everything related to the game on the channel. And additionally, a like rating below really does help us out if you do enjoy the content. But otherwise, for now, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope you have an awesome day.